What is up, people, and welcome back to the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge, the series where we drive as Rio Haryanto, go 2 laps down in every single race and try and work our way back to the front of the field by unlapping ourselves and trying to score points and trying to win this championship over the course of 21 races. Now, I asked you guys in the previous episode whether you wanted to see the normal season or a bit of a custom season, a bit of a switch up. So I've decided to go for a bit of a custom season, starting off with the Belgian Grand Prix as the second round in the season. But from now on, I'm going to leave it up to you guys which race you want to see up next. So if you leave it in the comments down below what race you would like me to race at for round 3 of this championship, then I will decide that by the time that we get to next week's episode, and we will pick that one. Don't forget also to smash that like button before today's episode as well. And also subscribe if you are new, because I have loads of Formula 1 content on this channel as well. So, without any further ado, let's get into part 2 of the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge. We are, of course, starting right down the back of the field as Rio Haryanto. And we are going to be dropping right to the back. Let everyone go through for 2 laps. And then yeah, pretty much just do that. It's starting off in the rain, which I think would help me a lot more because the AI are going to be a lot worse in the rain than myself. So I think I'm going to be gaining a lot of time, but it is going to be drying out throughout the session. So by about lap maybe 10 or something like that, we could be expected to come into the pits. We just have to wait and see for that one. As always, I'm actually not. I'm going to start off with normal fuel and just put it in lean for the start, because obviously I don't want to burn up the rear tyres too much with the acceleration and the traction. So I'm going to put it lean at the start, save a bit of fuel, and then after I've saved that fuel, I'm going to, actually, do you know what, I need to save more fuel than that. Then I'm going to put it into rich mix and just burn a whole lot of fuel. So I think that'll be okay. That's enough fuel for now. As always, we are racing on very easy difficulty, but depending on how this race goes, we may actually step that up. So let's get into today's challenge, and I will see you when we have finally gone 2 laps down. Right then, here come the leaders. Sebastian Vettel looks like he is still leading the way in this challenge. Everybody else going through now. Going to have to wait a little bit for the back markers to come through. There's Valtteri Bottas. Who else got to come through? Felipe Massa's next. They're getting very close to my car. I'm getting a little bit scared now. Can you not get so close to my car? Right, here they go. And let's go. Away we go for the challenge. Down right back at the back of the field. Let's keep it in lean mix for now, because obviously it is still raining, but it should be drying up very soon. I've already mucked up turn 1, so that is not the best of starts to this challenge, but they should be going very slowly through El Rouge, so I should be able to catch up through there. What is the weather going to be like, Jeff?
We have that data for that request.
Cheers for that, Jeff. That does not surprise me. You are as useless as ever. But we are right on the back of Marcus Ericsson now, so we should be able to get past him down towards Rivage. Which, yeah, we should be able to get him up the inside down here under braking. Just make sure that we brake early. We don't want to outbrake ourselves and go into the side of him and damage our car. Now we're going to be right behind Nazar, who looks like he's just parking it straight on that apex there. What are you doing, guys? Come on, you can go at least a little bit faster. Through the corner with no name. Danny Kvyat is up next, and it's Carlos Sainz in 18th. So it looks like we should be able to get past him down the inside in towards Pouon. Yeah, just squeezing up the inside, losing the back end quite a bit there, but managing to get the overtake round the outside of Pascal Wehrlein, my teammate. And then up next is Esteban Gutierrez in towards this next chicane, just diving up the inside of him, right behind Jolyon Palmer now. Can't really find a way through here. Will we go up the inside? Yes, we will. Then we'll get the outside line. No, we're going to switch to the inside in towards Stavilo and get the position on him. Up next now is Roman Grosjean, and then it's Kevin Magnussen just ahead. So through this corner, which is very, very difficult. You do not want to get on the power too early, otherwise you will lose out. Get a lot of understeer and go into the wall on the left-hand side. We got past Kevin Magnussen there, and now we can try and push on to catch up to the rest of the field. And that did not take long at all. We are already right behind Sergio Perez as we come through the bus stop chicane. Go down towards the source, which is turn 1 on this circuit, and we're just going to go straight up the inside of Sergio Perez. Please don't outbrake myself, which we don't. In towards the source, and we get the position done on him. Lose the back end a little bit, kicking out the rear end on Fernando Alonso, but that didn't matter too much as there was no contact. We do have to watch out, however, through El Rouge, because we know they are going to be going slowly, because it is a high-speed corner, and in very easy AI do not deal well with high-speed corners. So we caught up a lot of time. We could have caught up a lot more had I took my normal racing line through there, but unfortunately I just did not want to risk it. And they're breaking so early in towards Lacooms that we're just going to go up the inside. Maybe it was a good idea to break that early as we just about make the corner there. But getting past Felipe Massa, up into what would be P9. And now we are going to catch up to the front runners. But first I think it's Valtteri Bottas who is up next. And it is Valtteri Bottas who is next on our radar for the overtake. And we're just going to try and get him down in towards Pool. And I think we have got the opportunity. I think we are close enough to go for the overtake in towards Pool. I'm not going to risk anything on the first part. I'm just going to set myself up nicely to be right behind him, get the inside line in towards the second part of Pool. And Valtteri Bottas nearly turning in on us and then realising that we were going up the inside very, very late. So there we go. Up past Valtteri Bottas. And now we've got the front runners of the Red Bulls and the Mercedes and of course the Ferraris as well. Although we have got Jenson Button in the McLaren who's doing a fine job for them. The track looks like it is drying out, so we are going to ask for a weather report from Jeff. So he's saying the conditions should remain dry. Is that meaning that we are supposed to be coming into the pits very, very soon? We're going to dive up the inside of Max Verstappen. Is anybody coming into pits? I doubt it, because I haven't had Jeff on the radio saying there is a strategy change. So nobody coming into pits just of yet. And there's no real need to take any gambles. Because it would just lose us a lot of time if we get it wrong. You know, we're a lot faster than the AI anyway, so we don't really have to worry too much about that. Can we get Daniel Ricciardo up the inside? Don't go into the back. Oh my god, I went into the back of Rosberg. So lucky not to get any damage there. I'm pretty sure I've got it on simulation damage, so that is very, very lucky not to get any damage there on Nico Rosberg. I need to go slow through Rouge. Or are we going to go for an overtake? Yes, we are. Look at that move there on Nico Rosberg round the inside of the second part of El Rouge. So that was a fantastic overtake. We get the inside down towards the Coons, but we know Sebastian Vettel's going to break very, very early into that corner. And we are already up into what would be second place. So we're doing a lot better than we did in the Australia in part 1 of this series. And now we're right behind Lewis Hamilton. Up the inside in towards Rivage there. I was just listening to what Jeff was saying. He says that the track is going to be drying up very, very soon, but it's not quite time to go onto the dry tyres. So we're just going to wait for his call. You know, we're in a good position at the moment. We're a lot faster than the AI. We're just going to push like hell to try and catch up over the next couple of laps. But we've got a long way to go because this lap time is about 2 minutes. So, yeah, we've got a lot to catch up. But good thing that we've already got past the whole field by 3 laps of this race. Well, Daniel Ricciardo's out of the race. Not too sure what has gone on there. Let's have a little cheeky look at what happened to Daniel Ricciardo. I'm thinking it's probably just an engine failure, but it could have been something a bit more serious. Watching on board with the Red Bull driver, I think he's just had an engine failure, hasn't he? Yeah, Daniel Ricciardo's just had an engine failure in today's race. Nothing really to look at there. So unfortunate there for the Australian Red Bull driver, but he is out of the race, which means that we will gain on him in today's race. So that is good news indeed. But so far, we are on lap 4. And we've got a bit of a gap now to Lewis Hamilton. Quite a huge gap, actually, to Lewis Hamilton. We are doing a good job of catching up to those guys.
We're considering switching to an alternate strategy.
Hey, there we go. That should be it. Switching to an alternate strategy. There we go. On to the dry tyres. And we're going to go for a set of medium tyres. Try and do the 1 less stop. So for now, we're just going to select keep current. And go to there. No, we need to go that one. Yep. Okay, right. Let's go medium tyres. And we'll see how long we can take these medium tyres. And then possibly go on to a set of super softs by the end of the race. And literally just pump in the laps and try and catch up to the rest of the guys. So that's what we're going to do. Go on to a set of medium tyres for as long as we possibly can. Not too sure how long they'll last. But we are going to be coming into the pits now for our first pit stop in the race. Make sure that we don't hit any walls there. And make sure that we do get the car stopped for the line. That was good. Right. Let's get into the pits. DRS is now enabled, which will help us once we catch up to the rest of the field. We're probably about halfway around the track compared to those guys. So we still have half the track to catch up. But we're 7 laps into this challenge. And we're not yet caught up to them. So this could be very, very difficult. But they still have to make a pit stop as well. So we should hopefully gain because of that. And we are going to be a lot faster anyway on these dry tyres. So let's pump in the laps, put it back up into rich mix now that we are on the dry tyres. We've got 4.5 laps of fuel to burn. So that's going to be very, very good news for us. And, oh, I did not expect that the Manor would not have that much downforce. I can't take a Rouge flat out. For goodness sake, this is going to be tough. Okay, right. It's going to be difficult in this Manor to drive how I usually drive around Belgium. But we're still going to try our best, as it looks like some guys have not decided to come into the pit. So they're going to struggle. They are going to struggle on this lap with those wet tyres, because it's definitely time for the dries, even though I'm struggling so much right now. But I'm just trying to push this car further than it's actually capable of going. We will get the momentum back in a bit, but let's try and catch up to the rest of the field. They've got pit stops to make, so we should be able to catch up within the next couple of laps. Fastest lap of the race so far, and a little bonus, we are right on the tail of the back markers, and I think we've actually got past one of them. Yes, we have. There he is. It is Marcus Ericsson that we have already got past there. We've got somebody just up ahead of us. We need to make sure that we don't take this too quickly, because we're not very good through a Rouge. And there we go. Very nice compared to Danny Kvyat. So much quicker there than the Toro Rosso, and a very, very easy move. Up next is a couple of guys, and then it's my teammate of Pascal Wehrlein, so hopefully we can get past him very, very soon. Okay, then already on the back of Esteban Gutierrez down in towards P1. We're going to brake a little bit earlier in towards, oh, lost the back end a little bit there, losing the back end all over the place. We're going to go up the inside of Gutierrez anyway, and then to the outside of Palmer. No, we can't quite get through there. Nearly actually ran it off the track, but now diving it up the inside. Nope, still can't find a way through Jolyon Palmer. I swear this is where we overtook him on the previous lap. We've gone into the back of him. Lucky not to get any damage once again. Oh, he's just so slow at the moment. We need to find a way through Jolyon Palmer. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was very close with our front wing, but we did manage to find a way through. And we've got past Jolyon Palmer. I can see a Sauber, which I believe is Nazar, just up ahead of us. The field is a little bit more spread out, unfortunately, so it is going to take me a while to catch up to the likes of Lewis Hamilton, as Kimi Räikkönen is now out of the race. That's going to help a lot, as we've been blue flagged. Hopefully that goes away in a minute. But let's have a look. I'm probably guessing it's going to be another engine failure in this race. So let's look. Kimi Räikkönen. No, that's Sebastian Vettel. Right, Kimi Räikkönen, what happened to you, sir? Yeah, I'm thinking you just had an engine failure, didn't you? Did you? I can't see. Yep, I'm guessing you just had an engine failure. So going down in towards a Rouge, and you just pull over to the side. But I'm guessing I can't see anybody else's. No one was. Oh, Button was right behind him. Okay, right. Yep, he had an engine failure. Okay, confirmation that Kimi Räikkönen did actually have an engine failure. Right, we're being blue flagged at the moment, and I do not like that at all. So, Magnussen, can you get lost, please? Because I do not want to be blue flagged right now. And we're just going to overtake Felipe Nasr down in towards the source, following the slipstream. And thank you. I will see you in a lap's time, Felipe, as we are right behind my teammate Pascal Wehrlein and Sergio Perez, who I believe is having problems in this race. So that is good news there, because we should be able to catch up to him very easily, and he should actually hold up the rest of the field, as we're right behind my teammate Pascal Wehrlein, going through a Rouge green flag once again, so we can overtake in this race. Right, following. Oh, what on earth happened there? What on earth happened? I don't actually know what happened. I honestly do not know what happened. Right, I definitely need to look at a replay of that, because all of a sudden my back end just went. Okay, I have got the DRS open, but surely that corner isn't that much. I think I was just more committed to going to the right. Where was I going? And then for some reason I decided to follow Wehrlein to the left. I'm not too sure. I did not expect, though, to be honest, to gain that much from opening the DRS there to be right on his tail by there. So I did not expect to gain that much. So I am going to use a flashback at this point in the race. And this time I'm just going to literally pull over to the right, and I nearly actually did it again. Nearly actually got caught up behind Wehrlein, but we're just going to tuck in the slipstream of Sainz. Okay, that was a bad idea. That did not go as well as I thought it was going to be. I did not expect him to brake that early. Oh, for goodness sake. That's 2 flashbacks in the space of a couple of... That's 3 flashbacks in the space of a couple of seconds. Right, I'm just going to lift off the throttle just to get past Wehrlein there. Right, I am staying very, very clear to the right-hand side of this track. I'm going to brake at the 150 meter board just to make it safe. That was very, very early, to be honest, because I'm actually going side by side with Sainz through Lacoons. But there we go. Got the position finally done on him. And now we can catch up to some other guys. But, oh, that just took too long. That honestly just took too long. I should not have spent that much time just trying to get past 3 drivers.
Raikkonen's engine is failing.
Thank you, Jeff. I already knew that. And we are right behind Roman Grosjean in his Haskell going in towards P1. He's right behind Kevin Magnussen as well. So it was actually Palmer earlier that was trying to overlap me, whatever. And we're right behind Kevin Magnussen, and we just get an easy move up the inside of him there. That was actually a good overtake on Grosjean going through P1 around the outside. I am actually pretty proud of that. I know I didn't shout about it right now, but I was just more concentrated on trying to get past Magnussen straight away. But the overtake on Grosjean, I definitely rate that. That was a good overtake. Right, who is up next? We've got a couple of guys. They're more spaced out at the moment, which is really annoying because you've got the leaders like Lewis Hamilton going through El Rouge right now, which is a little bit annoying because he's quite a bit up the field. But we're going to try our best to try and catch up to those guys. Okay then, right behind Fernando Alonso going in towards El Rouge. We're just going to lift off and get a better exit. No, that was a terrible, terrible line through El Rouge. That's the slowest I've been. So the fact that Fernando Alonso was faster than me, and now I doubt I'm going to be able to catch up down towards Lacoons, but I will get him under braking. As always, as he's very, very late on the brakes, to be honest. He sort of brakes early and then goes back on, comes off the brakes and then goes back on the brakes. So it caught me out just a little bit, but I did manage to get a pass on him. And that moves me up into what would be P9 if I was on the same lap as those guys. Right then, a Williams and a Force India is up next. I've got Felipe Naz. Oh, God. Just ignore that. Just ignore that I went off the track to try and overtake him. I did not expect to be that much quicker than Felipe Massa. And no, I'm not giving back the position because what would be the point in that? I'd get past him within a couple of seconds anyway, so there's no point in doing that. But yeah, I ran it a little bit wide for an overtake, but you know, I'm not too worried about it. I was going to get past him anyway. Got past Nico Hulkenberg as well, so that moves me up another 2 positions. But just look how far the leaders are out in front of me right now. They are a long way up the road, so I need to really push right now to try and catch up to those guys. Right then, on the back of Valtteri Bottas on the run down to El Rouge, and we will be looking to try and get past him through this next corner. Going to lift off just a little bit, but get back down on the power. Oh my God, losing the back end all over the place. This Manor's back end is honestly terrible through fast corners. You know, you put the power down and it is so quick, it just snaps like that, and you can lose the car. So we're very lucky to save as we dive up the inside of Valtteri Bottas, who braked a lot later than I thought the AI usually do. So, not too sure what's going on right now. Could you brake a little bit earlier for me, Valtteri Bottas? That would really help me up. We've got past him, and I think it's now just Jenson Button up ahead of us. The 1 Red Bull, 1 Ferrari, and 2 Mercedes. I think that's Jenson Button that I can see right now. So hopefully I can get him by around Stabilo. Oh, another yellow flag. Is that another driver out of today's race? I don't actually think so. I think there's been a collision. We've had our first crash of this series. Let's see what happened. Who has had a crash in today's race? That's going to help me out because it means that they're actually going to have to pit. And we're going to be looking towards the back of the field right then. So we have a Haas of Esteban Gutierrez. And we also have a Torosso of Daniel Kvyat going side by side. Right. Who came out badly from this situation? Let's watch on board. And it was the Haas driver of Esteban Gutierrez. Doesn't quite get put into... Okay, maybe gets his rear put into the wall. But nothing actually breaks on his car. Let's just have another little look at a replay of what happened to Gutierrez. Right, going down in towards Rouge. He's side by side with Danny Kvyat at the moment. And there's just a little bit of contact there. Sends him into a spin. And unfortunately, he has lost out a lot of time. Unfortunately for myself, he hasn't lost any front wing damage. Because if he did, then that would really help me out. Because it means he'd have to do another pit stop. And it'll be a slow pit stop as well. So that means I will be able to catch up. But unfortunately, that is not the case. And we're just going to have to try and do it on lap times. Up next is Jenson Button. So hopefully I can get past him within the next couple of corners. Which I should be able to do maybe through here, through Blanchimont. That was not a good line at all. But we are following in the slipstream, as it sounds like Perez has finally fixed what the problem was on his car. But we're right behind Jenson Button. Let's pull in for Blanchimont. Down in towards the bus stop chicane. And yeah, let's just dive out the inside. He braked very, very early into the bus stop chicane. Gave me a very easy move on him as Max Verstappen comes into the pits for his first legitimate pit stop in this race. Obviously, the intermediate one doesn't really count because we had to make it anyway. So that's his first strategy call in today's race. I'm guessing he started on the soft tyres and has gone on to the mediums till the end. I'm doing a little bit of a different strategy to those guys. Obviously, I've already explained that. I'm going to try and go for mediums and then super softs at the end of the race. Right behind Nico Rosberg at the moment. Is he going to be coming into pits? No, he is not. He is on the soft tyres, I believe. So that means Lewis Hamilton is currently in the pits at the moment, as well as Sebastian Vettel. We are going to get the inside line down in towards the source on Nico Rosberg. Easy move up the inside through there. And there we go. Up into what would be the lead of the race. However, we are last. And we are on the lead lap, though. So that is a positive right now. We are on the lead lap. And we are going to be looking to try and catch up to the back marks and try and get some points in this race. But it is going to be a bit of a grind to try and get back there, as we're actually going to be re-overtaken by Nico Rosberg. He's got so much straight line speed, but he just doesn't have anything under braking. And see you later, Rosberg. You are not very quick through the corners compared to a Manor, which is a little bit embarrassing. However, it is on very easy AI, so I will let you off this time. Here we are then, lap 18, and finally making our first legitimate overtake of this race. We're going to go side by side with Esteban Gutierrez through El Rouge. I don't think we are actually, because we're just not quick enough compared to Gutierrez in a straight line. However, now we've picked up the slipstream. We're going to pull over to the left-hand side. We're going to get the DRS, and we are going to overtake him. However, we are coming into the pits at the end of this lap, so we are going to give back that position, but we will be on the super soft tyres, so you're going to be a lot quicker than everybody else in the field. So hopefully we can gain a good amount of time and get our way back into the points. However, points at this race is going to be difficult. I think it's just going to be difficult for me if I stayed out on the mediums. I mean, I could do that. That is definitely an option, but I mean, 61%. Can I really take him for another 4 laps? And if I do, will I be any quicker than the AI? I don't think I will. So I think the best thing to do is to come into pits for a set of super soft tyres, be so much quicker than the rest of the AIs. I just make easy doings of Marcus Ericsson in towards this next corner. And yeah, so I'll just come into pits and I will go onto a set of super soft tyres and try and work my way back through the field. So close to the back of Felipe Nasr, Jolyon Palmer, Danny Kvyat and Pascal Wehrlein. However, we're making a pit stop right now. We are coming into pits for a set of super soft tyres. And we get it stopped for the line very, very early, in fact. So I think Belgium's probably the easiest one to make sure you're stopped for the line, because you're going uphill. So you don't really have to worry too much about braking, because your car, the hill will slow you down anyway. The aerodynamics of the car will slow you down as well. So it's very easy to come into the pits. But we're coming onto a new set of super soft tyres, which should take us till the end of the race. We are going to be right behind Esteban Gutierrez right now. I don't think any other drivers have got past us. I think it's just Gutierrez. And we're not too far away from those guys we've just overtaken. So we're going to put it up into Rich Mix and try and get out of Fua Rouge. That was okay. Right. Try and catch up to Esteban Gutierrez. Try and catch up to everybody else. And try and get some points in this challenge. I think this series is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be after doing the 2 laps down challenges before. I thought, yeah, points shouldn't be too hard and I should definitely be able to challenge for the championship. However, it might just be because Belgium is such a long track and it hasn't got as many laps that it could be difficult to get the overtakes. But look at that, already on the back of Esteban Gutierrez. We can go up the inside in towards Pouon. So much quicker than Esteban Gutierrez through Pouon. That was the easiest overtake I have ever made in my life. I just pretended like he wasn't even there. Up the inside, and just so much quicker on this set of super soft tyres. We should have maybe run the softs and 2 sets of softs in the race. I don't know, maybe that would have been a better idea, but yeah, so much quicker. On the back of Ericsson now, we're just going to dive up the inside in towards the bus stop chicane. And another one. It's just so much quicker, so much more grip on these super soft tyres. I know that is the obvious, but, you know, I just did not expect to be this much quicker compared to the AI up in towards the source. We're not going to overtake Palmer because we do not want to go into the back of him. Very, very close, though, to his rear there with our front wing. But we do get past him. And once again, another easy overtake. We should be able to get past Kvyat and Wehrlein. Maybe not through here because it is a flat out for them, but definitely on the exit and down towards, there we go, so much quicker than all of those guys. We get the DRS. See you later, Wehrlein. I went from 2 laps down. I've now humiliated you as we go in towards Lacooms to try and get the grip through this corner, which we do. And lovely jubbly. Right, let's catch up to Kevin Magnussen, who is currently in 13th place. Here we are then, right on the back of Kevin Magnussen already. Are we going to go up the inside? Yes, we are. Of course we are going to go up the inside of Kevin Magnussen through there. Another easy overtake, and we are up into 13th. Look at that fastest lap of the race. 3 seconds quicker than our previous fastest lap on those medium tyres. So I do not know how much quicker we are compared to the AI, but we were already about 5 seconds quicker, maybe more than that on the AI on 1 lap. So we are so quick right now on this set of super soft tyres. We are catching Sergio Perez like a torpedo, and we'll be hopefully getting past him on this lap and then try and catch up to the points. Here we are, Sergio Perez and Carlos Sainz. We're right behind both of these guys. We're going to get up the inside of Sergio Perez through the corner with no name. Easy, easy, easy. And right behind Carlos Sainz, we're just going to follow in the slipstream, go to the inside line in towards P1. And there we go. Another easy overtake. Right, up into P11. Roman Grosjean is up next in P10. I can see him up the road. I can also see a few other drivers. So hopefully I can actually catch up to those guys and try and get even more points, because points are going to be crucial in these first opening rounds, because of course it is a championship, so it isn't just about where we come in one race. We need to try and get as many points as we possibly can. Here we are then, right on the back of Roman Grosjean. Caught up so much through the bus stop chicane. I've actually bumped him into the rear. No damage on our car, but there we go. Greater exit compared to Roman Grosjean. I'm going to have to go around the outside. Do not squeeze me out, Roman. There we go, round the outside in towards La Source. Locking up just a little bit on our front right, but it doesn't really matter too much. What is the tyre wear on these tyres? We probably could have gone on them a lot earlier, to be honest. We have 1 lap left to go in this race. We are in the points right now. Currently in P10, with Fernando Alonso ahead of us in P9. So we'll be looking to try and catch him up in this lap, and possibly even the 2 who are running in P8 and P7. Lewis Hamilton, he is our race winner for today's race. I don't know whether that's 2 race wins in a row. I can't actually remember who won the Australian Grand Prix. We'll of course have a championship at the end of the episode for you guys to look at, to see where everybody is in the standings. But I'm right behind Fernando Alonso at this stage of the race. An easy overtake up the inside in towards the exit of P1 and this next corner, and there we go, up into P9. Right, Felipe Massa and the other driver are up next. Can we overtake those 2 guys? They are going to be quick through Blanchimont because it's a flat out area, so I'm not really going to have too much to gain through there. So I don't know whether it is going to be possible, but through the bus stop chicane they are going to be losing time. But I don't feel like it is going to be possible to overtake both of those drivers. So I think we are going to have to settle for 8th place in this challenge. They're going through the bus stop chicane now. If we have 1 more lap, we would have definitely got those guys, but unfortunately it is going to have to be P9 unless I make a huge mistake that allows Fernando Alonso through, which I don't. But there we go, coming down towards the checker flag. It's been a tough challenge, this one. Only P9 in the race. Difficult track being Belgium, so a little bit disappointing, but still 9th position, 2 points that we have picked up, and that is going to add to our tally. And when we get to tracks like Mexico, USA, Singapore is going to be a good one for us. Then we should be able to pick up more points and hopefully race wins as well. Unfortunately, we've just got 2 tracks out of the way, which are very difficult to catch up to the AI. Italy is going to be another one that is going to be seriously difficult because they are very, very quick in a straight line still. So, yeah, P9 in today's race. Felipe Massa getting 8th. Lewis Hamilton, though, he wins today's race with Sebastian Vettel 2nd. Nico Rosberg 3rd. Max Verstappen 4th. Jenson Button 5th. Valtteri Bottas in 6th. Nico Hulkenberg in 7th. Felipe Massa 8th. And myself in 9th. And Fernando Alonso in 10th. And then the 2 guys who did not finish today's race were Daniel Ricciardo and Kimi Raikkonen. So, that is it for part 2 of this 2 laps down championship challenge. If you have enjoyed the episode, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And I will see you next time with part 3 of this 2 laps down championship challenge next Wednesday, of course. And as well, I have got more Formula 1 content like my career mode coming to this channel. What do I mean coming to this channel? It's already on this channel, so you can go check that out if you haven't already done so. So, that is it from me. I will see you next week, but until then, have a nice day.